point that Lee dropped about how do you sell to the black community question. Do you think
Oh.
Kanye West is a genius or is he just crazy? 'Cause I
He's a
look
musical genius, but he needs to.
Well,
I didn't hear
bro,
what you said, Carp.
no, because I look at it, and how do you sell to the black community, or how do you make what you have valued, right? You know what he has and what he created, but now probably fucking destroyed. I look at that blueprint, and is he a genius or is he just fucking out
Who,
there?
who we talking about?
Kanye West.
you heard Mike. You heard what happened recently, right? Now
Might have. What you talking about?
they're back. They supposedly report says that they're back in the sitting table. Adidas and Kanye. They're trying to
Yeah.
make a
They
deal
do right
happen.
now.
They're back in the sitting. They're sitting down and making a deal happen because they're trying to sell those shoes because they lost so much money. They
That makes
lost.
sense.
They're losing close to $1 billion. So they're
Yeah,
coming back to sit with him. So
But
that
hey,
makes sense.
gentlemen, sorry to interrupt, but I have to head out. I got some money to go pick up.
all right, brother.
Gotcha, bro. Hey, nice meeting you, man.
You too. All of y'all, any of y'all gonna be at Dr. Lee's wedding?
Yeah, they're gonna be there.
All
Yeah,
right,
definitely gonna
Well,
try.
definitely
Yeah.
can't wait to meet you, gentlemen.
For
It was
sure.
lovely talking to you. Great
Yes, sir.
discussion. Great discussion. I loved it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
All
it.
All right, brother.
All right, appreciate the invite. Y'all take it easy.
You too, bro.
Peace.
No, but because now they're sitting down back at the table. Like however people want to say about Kanye, and I know he crazy. I agree with y'all, but that's a man who knows his value. He knows how much he brings to the table, and he's gonna how you say it. He's gonna use that. He's gonna push it to the full extent, so to say. And maybe he used it too much. Maybe he takes advantage of that too much, as in like saying whatever he wants, things like that. That's things I disagree with. But he is talented musically, and creating great products that goes to that's globally accepted. But then now it just shows the power of the power that he has. He's willing to bring a multi-billion-dollar company to back crawling to sit down at the table because they need his help to sell his products or their products.
Yeah, that, for me, like loaded response, but I try to keep it short.
Mhm.
I think with Kanye, if he wasn't Kanye West, nobody would have a problem with it.
Mm.
If his skin tone was the same skin tone as whoever he answers to, whatever product he's selling, nobody would have a problem with it. I think it's just because who he is, how he started. He was a hip hop artist. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he got the blueprint, as they always say. He got he he entered the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? He probably became a gatekeeper as much as he could, but if he wasn't Kanye West, nobody would have a problem with it. The reason why I say that because I don't know the extent of like Jeff Bezos. I don't know the extent of whoever, whatever the dude named who found Walmart. All these other major corporations, they're pretty much doing the same thing that Kanye has done. But Kanye is one, he's outspoken because he's black. He is black, and he's a musician first or an artist first. So, and of course, once he started acting like a donkey, just like anybody else who has been in his role, famous for whatever reason, if you start saying what's on your mind, what's really on your mind, they're gonna label you as crazy.
Mhm.
You feel me? Because it's been quite a few people who are again not black and saying some outlandish crap. We had a president that used to say a bunch of outlandish stuff. Not one time did they ever call Trump crazy.
Yeah.
They call him an idiot. They call him irrational. They never label him as crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, but that's my point of view on it. Is because of who he is.
Yeah.
And so, for as far as them getting him back on the at the table, at the end of the day, money is the root of all evil.
Mhm.
If you're producing money, they don't give a damn what you do because y'all. I mean, we talked about it before, Lee, but Carp, I'm a sports head. I love sports still to this
Mhm.
day. Look at all the trouble that Kyrie caused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just reposting a link to that book or that documentary on Prime or whatever. He caused so much trouble, but they was like, you know what? As long as you do this, and this, and fall in line, and play good boy, we'll let you back on the team because they know he's creating revenue for the team. They know he's creating revenue. He's getting views for the NBA. We'll trade you off to go somewhere else, but you still gonna make a profit for us. At the end of the day, it's about that profit. So whoever run whatever Kanye's shoes or his merchandise, whatever umbrella it falls up under, they saw how much money he's losing. Well, he's crazy, but he's making us a lot of money, and we just lost a lot of money because of XYZ. So yeah, let's make sure we get him back so we can start selling these. I ain't gonna lie, I had never seen a pair of Yeezys. I ain't never seen his clothes. What I've seen on social media, it looked horrible. That's my opinion.
Majority of it.
Yeah, to me, I don't understand how that dude make that much money off of that brand because to me it's not appealing. But that's just me.
Right.
I refuse to buy Jordans because I'm not paying no $100 something damn dollars for no tennis shoes. Sorry.
Right.
That's just me. I got other stuff to pay for. I got child support. Damn it. I rather. The average Jordans cost like $150, maybe.
Oh, they're way more than that.
Okay, cool.
That's back when we was in high school.
Yeah, even better. You know how much food, supplements, and protein I can get for that? I'm not putting that on my feet, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, but how do you feel? How do you feel the fact that he's able to go whatever he said, right? How he went super controversial, and then they wanted to eradicate him, and then they come back. A few months later, they come back crawling back to Kanye, and they want to sit back in the table.
Right there, dog. It's right there.
Right.
Money. I forgot who it was, but they said that I guess at one point I'm just throwing out a number because I don't remember. At one time he was $2 billion. He lost half of that, so that's still what 500. Let's say $600 million. They looking at it as like, well, yeah, he lost that, or we lost that because of his brand. We don't want to lose that again. If you got $10 and you lose $5, you're gonna be a little pissed off. Depends on what you spend that $10 for. You got $1 billion and you lose half of that, especially if you're used to that lifestyle. Be like, I don't want to lose that $500 million again. Hey, crazy boy, come over here and sell this product for me. Go out there and be somebody. You feel me? So he's like a cash cow, man. He's a pony.
But do you think? But you think you're right. You're absolutely right. He's a cash cow. But do you feel like he made them kind of like kneel down by them accepting his flaws and running back to them because they want to get that money?
To a certain extent, because we would never know this. You never know what the hell Kanye did to get back at that table.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's saying some wild shit. He's telling Jews to forget about the Holocaust, all that stuff.
Some of that crazy shit he say does make sense though.
It does. but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He said this is the uncut version.
That shit, I want to go this route.
Hey, give that censor warning.
Censor.
Opinions expressed on this podcast are not.
This is the opinion of one Negro, not everybody.
but like I said, man, they label him as crazy, and once you, especially as a minority, let alone a black man, once you get that label, especially in the world he lives in, the world he vibe in, he ain't gonna ever lose it. That's the first thing. That's the easiest thing they can label somebody, especially a minority. Oh, he crazy. Don't listen to anything he said. Kanye, the first time he freaking snapped on live TV was during the Hurricane Katrina. George Bush don't like black people, and everybody was like, even Mike Myers was like, "Hey man, just stick to the teleprompter, dog. Like, I'm not here for this." You feel me?
Those are two Black history moments.
But I don't think he lying though. Like, if you think about it, right? So Hitler killed Jewish people. We all agree, right? Who runs the music industry?
Jewish people.
Okay. Now, who was really the first users of audio equipment? Hitler, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So think about all these microphones, all these recordings, all these speakers started with Hitler. Because when he would give his speeches, he knew that they were trying to assassinate him. So he would pre-record his speeches so you never knew what city he was actually in. So many different speed. Now you kill Hitler, take all his recording equipment, and guess who it's controlled by? The Jews. So when Kanye says you can't just say Hitler was negative in everything, that's wrong. We wouldn't be talking on this microphone right now if it wasn't for Hitler. The music you enjoy right now because of Hitler. The music your parents created us to, Hitler. So you can't say he was all negative. He did have some strong abilities like public speaking and getting people to listen to him and follow his directions. Although crazy shit, crazy reasons, but that is definitely a power to be able to create community in people and what he's done for the audio industry as well.
Yep. Facts.
That's all my rant.
Yo, I just want
audio dude right here.
All right, so I think a lot of times I've heard where they're like, "Yo, we need a voice for the Black community to bring that cohesion, to bring that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to then push the meter forward." You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it sparks, whether it's been like the Black Lives Movement, and it kind of dissipates and stuff like that. But you talking about the qualities of what Hitler brings and whatnot, I look at that. Okay, is that something that's needed for the Black community? Like, let's say, quote unquote, Black Hitler, right? Not somebody who's going, we about to go and kill all these, fucking white people, blah, 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 but somebody who can bring those same qualities to the Black community. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
go ahead.
That's one thing I think we rely too much on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's why it always, an event happens, we all make T-shirts and do our little rallies and hashtags or whatever, and then it goes away until the next time and the next time. And after 3 weeks of mourning for this one, mourning for people back to back and feeling bad about it back to back, it just end of it is kind of like you become numb to it. Maybe it's kind of like everybody will start looking around waiting for that. That's why so much pressure was put in Faith and put in Barack, because we just feel like, oh, well, now he's gonna do all of this for us and blah blah blah. But it's a lot of stuff that we can do for ourselves as a community. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the community really lies, and that's where the power really is. And that's where you keep really, making sure that everybody is taken care of fairly, is amongst the people. And the people go ahead and elect who they want to be in charge, or one person to raise up and be in charge. Because anytime that anybody does attempt to get to that position, they get shot down, or this happens or that happens. You know what I'm saying? It don't work out. Something goes wrong somewhere with every Black leader that has come about ever since way back when. And, that's just what happens. And so, of course, now it's going to become less and less people who want to even try to get to that position. Like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody listening no more. And it's all getting all divided and it's getting all confused to where, like, where's the hope? You know what I'm saying? Like that Tupac line. Like, I wonder if there's, hope for the future.
I think for my point of view on that, I agree with what you just said. I think it's too many people got voices. I saw, I be on IG just looking at stupid videos, but I still watch my spiritual stuff. And I'm probably gonna misquote the hell out of it, but you guys will get the gist of it. It's like when we was in school, they used to have us separated: mentally challenged kids, the regular kids, and then the honor students. And it's like now everybody's together, and everybody got a damn iPhone, everybody got a Twitter account, everybody got Facebook and all this stuff. Now we got too much meshing. I'm not saying that it should be mixed, but it's just like everybody has a voice, and not everybody need a voice. It's too available. Dave Chappelle said on one of his specials, like going back to what you were saying, said like something can happen, we know right away, and then 15 minutes later something else happened. We didn't even have time to feel, react to that first thing before something else happened. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like that kind of like a double-edged sword. It's cool to have this much information, but I know I can speak on it and say it since you're a little older than me. Is it a good thing that when we was kids, me and you said when we was like 5, 6, 7 years old, like we didn't have that much information.
Right.
So we was kind of a little ignorant, but at the same time, we didn't have this much information. So I remember when the Challenger blew up, I was in school. We had the TV. They put a big old school ass TV in our classroom, and we watching the space shuttle, and then it blows up. They sent us home,
right?
Because it was like a national tragedy. So I didn't know the magnitude of that. I'm just like, holy crap! Like these astronauts died. Like nowadays, like here in Orlando, I think the dude was doing a live news report on a shooting or something, and on live TV, my man got capped. He was a news reporter, like a street news reporter, and it's just like, okay, that happened. 5-10 minutes later, oh yeah, there's a blizzard going on in California. Wait, can we just go back to my man getting shot? I think it's like I say, it's too much information, and not everybody can handle that. I don't know if that answers your question, Carp.
No, yeah, it definitely it adds to it too. It's like it's a lot of elements to it, and I think that's definitely one of them too.
And also, like I said, going back over that, I think we can have a bunch of leaders. It's just them being on the same damn page, regardless of what race. But we're gonna stick with with ours. When we did have multiple leaders, this was before our time being, born or whatever. But we heard and read and seen videos and everything about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton came after them. And like I said, what going off of what said was speaking on. Look what happened to all 4 of those dudes. They're out in the front. You know what I mean? They're the faces. They're the voices for that time during the civil rights movement. All 4 of them dudes got assassinated. Nobody want to do that anymore. I don't blame them, but it's scary.
I mean, like I said, even if you do want to do it, when you look around and like it's a collective minds over here, but like when you like some of these, not just because they black don't mean they care. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of hard to win over right now. You know what I'm saying? And especially for our probably who old out of you? The youngest? You still the youngest, Lee? Carp, you?
I think I'm a little bit younger than Lee.
Okay, so you being the youngest here, considering on this conversation and think this minded, but I don't think anywhere past your age or whatever, they probably don't even care, bro. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't.
Majority here. Yeah.
There are a few here and there, you know what I'm saying, but the voice of the public, there are some intelligent people, some youth and some people out there speaking of it, but that's not the message that sticks, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It's still kind of like going to be, chasing the name, like what you hear in the songs and the music and the video games, just kind of that, you not being able to separate the fun from whatever, not really being given any more positive options. Because just like you said, this dude's going around teaching his 14-year-old how to flip houses. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get that. So, like in our poverty-stricken neighborhoods or whatever, the dude to look up to is the drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever making money, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently that's what it takes out here. So that's, instead of at 14 you learn how to flip houses, you learn how to sell ounces or whatever it is, and that's the path that a lot of our youth, and without having anybody else in the neighborhood or around to share that other side of the information, you know what I'm saying? Because we got the knowledge, but we just not, they still haven't been able to get access to resources as much and as quickly and with as much support, you know, as we needed, as it should have been. You know, even the 40 acre and a mule shit didn't really pan out for everybody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Still waiting on reparations.
We lost out on real estate, and they got golf courses and stuff all over the place. But you know, the majority of us ain't got land in our family's name or whatever, or got cheated out of it somehow a long time ago. So
there was land.
Yeah,
we decided to sell it because most people didn't want to go live in the country anymore. They wanted to choose those city lives, so they sold their family land.
Right.
So,
not understand, but that comes from lack of understanding on the value of it. Like you could probably do both. You know what I'm saying? Or
making that quick dollar, like we not really taught, but that was embedded in us.
Right.
Most of us, we make money to spend it.
Right.
Like, oh man, when I got this extra bonus, I'm gonna go. What can I pay off? Or we might be in debt, or whatever the case may be. You feel me? Not going back to that point where Carp said about the 14-year-old girl. Most of us, we're not taught to invest, not till later in life, and then not necessarily it's too late, but it's just like, damn, I'm so much in debt for whether it's college, whether it's just life. Having that lifestyle of spending that quick buck whenever you get it, whenever it hits your account, I need to go buy something.
Right.
You feel me? So
you be happy, you happy to see, you know, couple of commas and couple of whatever in there.
Yes, sir.
But you know, in your subconscious is, okay, how fast can I get this back down to zero?
I was looking at these shirts that I've been wanting for a long time. For real, man. It's being in that middle class we got the lower class to scare the piss out of the middle class. Like, you know what? I don't want to be that.
Right.
How can I get to where these upper class people at? But we ain't supposed to get there. We gotta be exceptional. You know, feel me? You better go learn how to put some words together to a beat. You better learn how to dance. You better learn how to either catch a ball, shoot a basketball, or hit a ball.
Right.
That's been our option for a very long time, or just like most of us, join the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we'll still show you, like we showed Kanye West, how quick we can take this away from you. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna play our way? So you know what I'm saying? Like, is it Kanye? Is it Kanye like having them in the palm of his hand, or is it still kind of like, you see what we can do to you?
I think it's
Kanye has
the other way around.
His hands.
You know what I'm saying?
You think so, Ed?
Yeah, because Kanye, before everything started with Kanye brought it up that he wanted to sell his product directly to the consumer rather than going through any of these companies. So what's the best way to ruin these relationships? Get dropped. Because if you take it to court, they're gonna drag it out for years and years. Kanye, you can't leave us. Okay, I just gonna say some wild shit and y'all just gonna drop me.
Right. I mean, and 10 years from now, ain't nobody gonna remember who Adidas is. It's gonna be Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know. When the last time you bought a pair of Adidas?
Right.
Nope.
Sandals
Africans
back in
don't count. You know what I'm saying? They play
slides.
Yeah, I rock with Adidas. I like the NMDs, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, let that Run DMC song go, man.
The sweatsuits and jogging pants. You know,
he was wearing Adidas before like 2015.
Nike shoes and Adidas sweatsuits.
Run DMC.
Yeah, I get back in the 80s, but Adidas, they went cold for a long time, and they was worth like $4 billion before Kanye got to them.
No, you're right though. He elevated.
Yeah. Because T-Mac and Kobe were originally signed with Adidas. They left and went to Nike.
And them Kobe shoes was ugly. They look like goddamn Rolls Royce. You remember them things?
Yeah.
These shoes.
Hey, bro, but Sway was right. You remember when Kanye went off on Sway? Because he told him,
yeah. Like when he you don't have the answers, Sway. Like it turns out, Sway had the answers all along.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say maybe later on Sway's answer was correct, but Kanye had to build himself to a certain status to be able
Yeah,
to
he
sell.
did. I mean, like, that was a smart. I mean, it was a smart move. Like I said, especially with everything that's going on right now. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say which way it's really going, because he could have erased their whole name by just opening up, and doing it sales. But like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all live a little bit. So
it's a genius move, man, because he's trying to take that's why he changed his name. He want to take Ye to the market, just like stocks, so you can buy into Ye. So that's his reason for changing his name, is so he could take Ye and people buy into Ye, the brand, and put it on the stock market, because he sees that as his first chance to be a black trillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. How many people will buy Ye stocks?
Right.
He has won at everything. He's won at producing. He's won at music. He made billions from fashion and saying wild shit along the way. Still won.
Right.
So imagine when Ye appears on the Dow.
Right. And then people that was mad at him gonna try to get a couple shares. Of course.
Everybody they can treat it like everything else. Oh, this is terrible. You shouldn't buy in it. All the white people gonna buy into it, and they're gonna buy it low, and it's gonna go high, and it's gonna be too late.
If you were him right now, what would be the next move at the current state where I feel like he's uncancelable? I can't even say that word.
You can't cancel Ye. Yeah, you're right.
Some people you can't cancel, right? He can't be canceled, right? You try to cancel him multiple times. So what? Because now do you release a new album and make a world tour just to get the black behind you? Do you come out with a new collection and just do it on your own? What's the next move now? Because you just been like dropped out by everybody, by your own.
He's still gonna go with politics.
Huh?
I think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, he's talking about 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's next year. Yeah.
Ain't no money in music.
Right.
When you think about it, it's all about where your name is signed at on the dotted line. And the reason why Ye was able to make so much money with the Yeezys brand, because he's owner, right? And the reason why you're just an artist with like a lot of fame but not a lot of money, because the average artist only gets 8% of what's sold. Out of every dollar, the artist gets 8%, but yet they are responsible for all the debt, such as how much it costs to shoot the video. That's coming out your little 8%. How much does it cost to, when albums were coming out, the breakage fee, albums would get
putting your name out there.
All that would come out as 8%, which is nothing. But if you put yourself at the top as the owner, right? So you think about LeBron got $1 billion deal with Nike. Do y'all think Nike made $1 billion from LeBron? They made way more than a fucking $1 billion. Because where's your name signed at? As owner or worker?
Right.
Yeah. Because but my question is, okay, if your plan, I don't know if this is the plan. If your next plan is to cut down the middleman and push out your own product, first you want to get the people riled behind you, right? And what worked for his formula is he come out with some dope ass music and people forget about everything, right? So do you come out with some new sounds, push out this tour, and then you release your product? Like what would be like the next move if you were Ye?
He can just drop the product.
Yeah.
He can just drop the product.
You don't think you think people will buy it right now at the current?
Yeah. Off of everything.
This is Ye. Special edition. You know the word special edition.
Especially
limited.
After all the drama that just happened, and they be like he down for the count, and then he come back with. I mean, why waste time putting out an album? I mean, just
album take a year. Take a year to make. Yeah.
My thing, who the hell buy his clothes?
Man, them white folks love his clothes.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's the thing.
Is it mostly like overseas?
They resell it, bro, and you can resell it in store. It costs.
Yeah. Like you got a pair of Ye sneakers that went for like $40,000 on eBay.
I mean, he's
$200.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to attribute genius to Kanye, you mean he might be the first person to sell clothes that people don't even wear. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna wear it. You're gonna resell it. You're gonna buy. You're gonna own it, but you probably even never wear it. You just want it.
You're gonna flip it, and that just shows how much money this guy is worth. It's like, yo, I can just take Kanye shit and resell it just like that, and make 500%. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I admit my ignorance when it comes to that, because I don't follow that dude like that, but I'm just like, damn, I'm not in that atmosphere either. I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody wear a damn pair of Yeezys in my life. But again, I'm not in that environment. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wear them either. I can't.
I've seen them. Whenever I see them, I still be reminded, like, oh, that's what they look like. That's how I am with them. Okay, what shoe is it? Oh, that's what it is. And then I still be like, y'all going crazy over that? That ain't
right.
shit. You know, like.
Yeah, some of the pictures I seen, I'm like, I don't know how to make shit, but I can figure it out.
Start wearing them big ass Balenciaga sneakers and walking around here with them on.
Or them big red boots.
Oh god,
those too. But the Balenciagas was like looked like some of the first sketches ever made. They was
like belong in like your bindings, your boots. You about to go snowboard or something.
Yeah, but some of this shit is comfy though, and you see people replicating it, like the flip flops that he had. You see other people spin it off. Nike made a version.
Exactly. He's the only nigga with original ideas.
Right.
Think about Nike. Majority of their money is made off Jordan. The same shoe from 30 summers ago. They still making it. People are ready for a new shoe. Think about so many people that want to stop that because they're making so much money off recreating the same thing over and over and over again. And you got this guy changing things up, and everybody's super excited for some change to see something different. Oh no, we gotta get rid of him. Think about what